Hi, welcome to the virtual open day at the Łódź University of Technology. Today's meeting is addressed to foreign students wishing to start a full cycle study at our university. Thanks for being with us. You'll spend next 2 hours together with Julia
and Grzegorz. We are in the building of the International Cooperation Center at Łódź University of Technology, the place where as a first place our students goes to. If you plan to come to Łódź, you should know that we pronounce it in English as a Lodz. So please remember both options, Łódź University of Technology and Lodz University of Technology. And the funny fact is that Łódź means a boat, and we are in the very center of our country, Poland.
You're always welcome here in one of the best universities in Poland. We were hoping to see you here in person, but the situation is as it is, and that's why we are meeting online today. As I mentioned, today's meeting is mainly addressed to students interested in the full cycle studies, but if you're also interested in an exchange, this live would be also interesting for you. We'll show you how valuable it is to study abroad. We'll show you the offer of our university and get you step by step through the application process. So, shall we start?
Sure. But before we start, I have to mention that during the whole TUL Open day, you have opportunity to ask your questions in the chat under this video. So please feel free to do it. Our great admissions office will answer each of them. And now we can start. So the first question can be, what are the benefits of studying and living abroad? Maybe new skills, maybe great adventure. Grzegorz, what do you think?
I think it's even more than that. Studying abroad allows you to make an incredible progress in your communication skills. It's not only about language, but it's also about communicating with different cultures. You'll meet new friends, and your stay here may become your lifetime experience, and for sure this will be a good fun. This kind of knowledge you cannot get from any text course book.
Exactly. Living in another country and, of course, studying is not just a great opportunity to learn language or taste amazing food. This is also opportunity for you to see how differently people perceive the world. That was proven that students who are traveling are more open-minded and function better in international environment.
It's also a fantastic way for sightseeing. So if you're a keen traveler, you probably already noticed what Julia said, that Łódź is in the center of Poland. That is also close to the center of Europe. There's plenty to see around. But let's talk about your career. So first of all, studying abroad is amazing for your opportunities of finding a new job. This will also give you an international diploma. And off record, above all of that, you'll get free from your parents for a while.
That is true, but everyone prefer to think about the pleasure, and there is nothing more pleasant than studying and living in Łódź. You don't have to believe me, just listen. Our exceptional graduate, mayor of the city of Łódź, Hanna Zdanowska.
Dzień dobry, nazywam się Hanna Zdanowska. Jestem absolwentką Politechniki Łódzkiej i prezydentem Łodzi. Wyższe wykształcenie to lepsza przyszłość, dlatego wybór alma mater jest bardzo ważny. To ona pomaga nam realizować nasze marzenia. Moje spełniły się także dzięki studiom na Politechnice Łódzkiej. To wtedy zapragnęłam zmieniać moje ukochane, rodzinne miasto. Teraz codziennie rozwiązuję problemy mieszkańców, rozwijam i kreuję nowe plany dla Łodzi. Realizujemy je dzięki pasji czyniącej Łódź nowoczesnym ośrodkiem akademickim. Politechnika Łódzka jest ważną częścią Łodzi. Od ponad 75 lat kształci najlepszych specjalistów, którzy stają się elitą naszego miasta. Serdecznie zapraszam Was do Łodzi i studiowania Politechniki.
So you just met our exceptional city mayor. I think it's a good time to take a tour around the city.
This city is awesome, and what is more, it is still developing.
As our mayor said, Łódź is an academic city, so it has a unique atmosphere created by many young people and multicultural history. Speaking about the young people, about students, I believe it's a good time to ask our Vice Rector for Education for an introduction, Professor Krzysztof Jóźwik.
Hello,
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. Hello. Dear international applicants, it's a great pleasure to welcome to Lodz University of Technology. I truly regret that the current epidemiological situation make it impossible for us meet in person on campus. But at the same time, I'm truly happy that advanced technologies allow me to welcome you to the virtual open day of Lodz University of Technology. If engineering sciences are the passion you wish to follow, apply to TUL. What you might want to know about our university is that it is located in the heart of Europe and in the heart of Poland. It means if you join the endpoints of Europe and endpoints of Poland, the cross point will be directly in the center. It means in Łódź. Poland, for 16 years, has been a member state of European Union. For this reason, the degrees you can earn here are recognized and well respected in the UA, as well as globally. Lodz University of Technology was the first university in Poland to be awarded the ECTS and DC labels by the European Commission. TUL is one of the leaders in the technical education in Poland, with nearly 15,000 students, including over 800 international full-time and exchange students from all over the world, from Ukraine and Mexico, France and Belarus, Kazakhstan and Spain, China, India, Italy and Scandinavian countries, and many, many more. This year, we are celebrating 75th anniversary of Lodz University of Technology, which means we have had 75 years of experience in sharing our passion for science, research, and education. Throughout these years, we have never ceased striving for excellence. We have been continually improving, not only for the sake of our students, but also for our business partners, to further strengthen and expand our cooperation. International business environment seeks highly qualified, well-trained professionals with open minds and soft skills such as a good command of languages, Polish, English, and French. That is who you can become here at Lodz University of Technology. What makes TUL worth your while? First of all, it gives you an opportunity to earn a degree from well-respected European university. Second, TUL offers a broad range of degree programs with 3 languages of instruction: Polish, English, and French. You will hear more about that during today's live. Day in, day out, TUL students meet with highly competent academic staff, and equally important, they benefit from a student-centered approach to teaching and learning. At our university, modern learning methods are applied, such as design thinking, problem-based learning, and flipped classroom. And that is only a small part of our time offer. One of our most important advantages and one of the pillars of TUL's strategy is that we embrace and cherish internalization. We see ourselves and our university as embedded in a multicultural environment, and we make every effort to encourage and support students and staff to take part in international mobility. One manifestation of our appreciation for internationalization was the establishment of TUL's International Cooperation Center in 2017. The center is a melting pot of nationalities, cultures, and languages. I truly do hope that this is where your journey with Lodz University of Technology begins. Active participation in many international educational and also research projects is our next asset. A great majority of them have been R&D projects aimed at solving everyday problems and improving people's lives. It is worth emphasizing that those projects have been carried out with the participation of TUL students, members of student scientific clubs. Our students, working under the scientific guidance of our researchers and academic teachers, have developed many innovations. I am very proud of all of them, but let me instance just a few. A super innovative solar vehicle, Mars exploration rover, small wind turbines, giving the possibility for students to win the World Award, and bacterial cellulose. You may wonder that happens to all these innovations, whether they are developed further and implemented in practice. The answer is positive. With the support from the Technological Transfer Center of TUL, innovative ideas developed at our university may be turned into practical real-life solutions. That we have been successful in all our efforts have been acknowledged by international evaluation bodies. Over the last 2 years, 17 accreditation processes, 13 program and 4 institutional accreditation have been started at the university, which has greatly increased its visibility in institutional and subject rankings. TUL has worked actively in this area, which is evidenced by the fact that TUL has been the most active Polish university applying for the funds from the Ministry of Science and Higher Education within the international accreditation scheme. And last but not least, everyday life at our university. We are doing our best to ensure our students receive high-quality education, but also they study at modern facilities. New buildings on our 30-hectare campus, laboratories with advanced equipment, comfortable dormitories, this is what we put a great emphasis on. Later on, during our live transmission, you will have the opportunity to see our impressive sports facility called TUL as Sports Bay, with 50-meter Olympic swimming pool, the highest climbing wall in Poland, and other attractions. Dear international applicants, I could go on and on for hours, but I think that it would be much better if you applied to TUL, came to Lodz, and found out for yourself that a great place our university is and how much it has to offer. Enjoy the rest of the virtual open day. I hope you decide studying at Lodz University of Technology is for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. After having all of that said, I think it's a high time for us to see our beautiful campus and meet our creative students. Stay with us and find out more about TUL.
A university of innovation. It's amazing that science and inventions feature in our lives from the day we are born. The desire to find solutions that ensure our safety and improve our quality of life is what drives research that positively changes the reality we live in. Water is an element we all hold dear. Water is life, and that is why it is so vital if a healthy human body is to function properly. Lodz University of Technology scientists come up with interactive inventions that will make our daily care easier than ever before. Truth be told, we are only limited by the limits of our imagination. In a favorable environment, the impossible becomes possible. Interdisciplinary is conducive to development of technologies that assist the progress of humanity. It's what makes new discoveries possible. Pushing back the frontiers and setting ambitious goals yields tangible results. Renewable energy sources are the future of transportation, and students of Lodz University of Technology have been working on making it happen. Eco-technology means thousands of kilometers run on solar power. Lodz scientists are truly concerned for the natural environment. Air pollution is an unwelcome side effect of industrial development. An analysis of the problem and international cooperation allowed scientists to create novel solutions to remove CO2 from the atmosphere for the benefit of the planet. Multidisciplinary science benefits us all. A carbon nanotube invisible to the naked eye, thousands of times smaller than a human hair, can successfully fight cancer. Scientific effort and long-term research improve the effectiveness of currently available treatment methods. Hybrid organs are not science fiction. At the laboratories of Lodz University of Technology, they are as real as the stars. Cell-based polymer organs open a new chapter in the quality of life of people requiring treatment and awaiting organ transplants. This is the cutting edge of science. Science turns today's ideas into tomorrow's reality. Flexible, wirelessly powered, energy efficient, and having a low manufacturing cost, electronic devices will become ubiquitous. This is where the tiniest detail and perseverance on the path to discovery are of the utmost importance. Is their paper so unique that it's counterfeit-proof? Is it possible to change its structure during the production process so that seemingly chaotically distributed fibers could be information carriers? Indeed it is. The innovation has a range of practical applications. People are not the only beneficiaries of science. Their environment benefits as well. The most complicated architectural structures can be constructed based on detailed 3D models. This helps to make the landscape of our daily existence original and functional too. There is something uniquely appealing about the revitalized structures. For a long time, the university has been restoring post-industrial buildings and converting them into teaching facilities. Students have also initiated a number of interesting urban renewal projects. Provided with a well-equipped creative space that includes a 3D cave and a multimedia lab. Having learned the ins and outs of character animation, a young person metamorphoses into a bold, self-assured creator for whom developing a computer game is just the beginning. Lodz University of Technology.
Wow, this film is impressive. I hope that you feel more and more encouraged to study at Łódź University of Technology. We want to convince you even more, especially those of you who love sport. Our students have a great achievements in various disciplines, and we are very proud of them. That's why we want to support their passions.
And that's also why we have built a new modern space for a sport, which has full-size swimming pool, modern game, full-size game arena, badminton courts, and my favorite place there is a big climbing wall. Let's just see how sportive our students are.
After watching this film, I feel like going to swimming pool.
It's a really good idea. I think you and also you should also think about joining our sports associations. We have over 40 of them. You could train skiing, football, diving, uni hockey, and Harry Potter fans would be happy to hear that we also have a Quidditch section. Okay, I think it's a good time to start connecting with our faculties. What do you think about that?
That is a great idea. The faculty representatives are already waiting for us to present each department. Which should we start with?
I think definitely we should start with the one where the courses are conducted in foreign languages. This is IFE, International Faculty of Engineering. At this unit, courses are conducted in English and French for over 25 years.
Thanks to developed cooperation with European universities, our students have a great opportunity to go abroad for several months to study or to do internship. Dr. Tomasz Sariusz-Wolski, an expert on education in International Faculty of Engineering, will tell you why it's so unique. Welcome, Professor.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to be with you. Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
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 Nice to be with you, dear prospective students of our university. I would like to advise our university as one of the best place to learn, to study in this way. The world is changing very quickly. The needs of employers, the needs of graduates and students are changing as well very, very quickly. May I have a graph, please? Poproszę rysunek. I have prepared such a graph for you. The changing workplace, how it changed, was changing during last 50 years, and what we see nowadays in the beginning of the 21st century. On the right-hand side, at the very bottom, you see the green line, the green point, which is very low. What is this? This is the need for the routine cognitive skills. It means for such a skills where you solve the problem you have learned before. So you know how the problem looks like, and then you are prepared to solve this well-known problem. The need for such a skills is not so important just now. The most important is the red at the top. What is this red at the top? It is the ability to work with the new information. So you have the information which is absolutely new. You didn't learn this at the university. You haven't heard about this before, but you have to cope with the problem. You have to use this information for the new solutions. And then there is the second one, is solving unstructured problems. The good graduates, the good employees have to be able to work with the new information and solve unstructured problems. This is what is required by good, modern, quickly developing employers and companies. Thank you for this.
Amazing. Thank you very much. I have also heard that students can gain 2 degrees at the same time. How is it possible?
It is possible because we have long-lasting cooperation with many universities. They know us, we know them. We recognize their learning and teaching. They recognize our teaching and achievements of students. So by the recognition of the period of the time spent abroad, we can award a degree and they can award a degree as well. So during one short period of time, we are able to, and you are able, students are able to get 2 degrees awarded by 2 different universities.
Okay, thank you very much. That was really convincing. Thank you for this also part of a presentation. We talked about the future, but let's also talk about a bit about the past. Our university was founded in 1945. Do you know that at this time it had 3 faculties?
Sure.
One of them was the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. Maybe you should go to that.
Yes, now we are going to this faculty and it will be presented by Dr. Daniel Jotko. How are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Hello. So feel
Hello.
free to start.
All right. Welcome to the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, which is called in which everlasting or immortal faculty, you think. You can ask why. Look around. Everything is mechanical. What is more, after studies at our faculty, you are much more flexible, I think. I studied mechanical engineering, but now I'm in the biomedical field, which I really like. So what is unique here? I think laboratories, students like them because laboratories can support lectures and tutorials, and then you can see how the principles, laws, and the whole theory works in practice. Now I'm in the lab of fluid mechanics, and I know students like it. One of the best recommendations was given by the Erasmus students who spent here 1 semester and wants to come back to get more practice by participating in the research project. She wants to work in our lab. So let me read a short part of the letter, which was delivered 1 week ago. So, dear professor, blah, 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 I was really impressed by the different kind of learning that I discovered here in Poland. In my university, I don't want to say where, I never went to a laboratory. I used to spend my days studying in library, all the theoretical part, without having a practical knowledge of what about I was studying. And in my opinion, it's a kind of useless because the theory is really easy to forget if there is no application in the real world. No more comments. Come here and use our labs.
So Daniel, I know that at your faculty there are many students organizations. One of them we already saw in the video. It was Lodz Solar Team. Could you tell us more about this team and the other associations?
Yeah, they are very successful and famous here since they built 2 cars powered by the solar energy, and they participated 3 times in the World Solar Challenge in Australia and other races in the world. As far as I know now, they are working on the 3rd version of the solar car called by them Eagle. Another group is called Iron Warriors, and they built the engine consuming extremely low amount of fuel, and they won the Shell Eco Marathon 2 years ago in France. Another group, GAST, project related to power engineering. They are working on the small wind turbines which can be installed on the households. But we have 10 student associations, so they are related with material engineering, mechatronics, robotics, applied mechanics. You can join.
Daniel, thank you very much. I must admit that I also work in this faculty, and Daniel is a good friend of mine. I totally agree with Daniel on the fantastic student groups we have and how creative they are. So we are together warmly inviting you to join our faculty.
Okay, now we know a little bit more about the first of 9 faculties. We have another call, right?
That's correct. We are connecting with Faculty of Electrical, Electronic, Computer and Control Engineering, which is represented by Professor Andrzej Romanowski. Dear Professor, can you hear us?
Yes, thank you for this invitation. Hello.
Hello.
Nice pronunciation of the longest name of the faculty in our university. We are also the biggest one. We run about 15 different programs in a variety of fields, from electrical engineering to mechatronics, smart buildings, to transport, to biomedical engineering that is actually run in collaboration with mechanical faculty. We also have electronics, telecommunications, and at the end, of course, we have also the most desired program at our faculty, which is computer science, which is informatics in Polish. So studying in our faculty means let's say, learning, but also playing and designing new technologies. You would have a chance to play with smart energy, big data, 5G networks, flying drones, autonomous vehicles, of course, artificial intelligence, just to mention a few. And last but not least, we will have a totally new program next year, which will be run as a master program at IFE, and it is called Human-Computer Interaction. We actually designed this program with academics from all over the world, from Europe to US to Singapore, and actually some professionals from companies like Google and Xerox PARC also help us to develop this program. And this is very unique. It is the first one in this part of Europe, so you are all very, very welcome.
Whoa, so many things to capture in such a short time. But Professor, you mentioned 5G network. This topic is really hot recently, and we know that you have really high achievements in that field. Can you say us a few words about that?
Yes, 5G, so fifth generation of cellular networks, cellular telephony, is actually coming into our world, and we as a university and our faculty has a unique chance of studying this new technology since we have our own network. We are a provider of the subscriber cards, so we'll have 10,000 subscriber cards. So our students would like to, if they would like to play and design services for this novel technology, they are able to. We also have first in Poland what is called a digital innovation hub. So this is a special center for intersection of student ideas, companies that put money to build up startups. So there will be a lot of going on in this field, starting from now, actually.
Thank you very much for this introduction of your faculty. After hearing first two faculties, we already hear that each faculty has its own character, its own atmosphere, and could be totally different. I wish I could apply to my university once again after hearing that, but which faculty is next?
Now we will talk with Professor Piotr Ulański from the Faculty of Chemistry. Professor, thank you that you are with us.
Thank you. Good afternoon. So let me invite you to study at the Faculty of Chemistry. When you hear the word chemistry, what comes to your mind? Some dirty, heavy industry using a lot of oil, coal, and mineral resources and polluting our environment, huh? Some people think that chemistry still looks like that. This was the chemistry in the previous century, but this is no longer true. Chemistry is changing, and it's changing a lot. New modern chemistry is green and eco-friendly. We learn how to use natural, bio-based substrates from sustainable sources. We learn how to mimic nature to synthesize products and materials that resemble those present in plants and animals. For example, we can teach you how to synthesize hydrogels that mimic human soft tissues and are of great use in modern medicine. Moreover, chemistry is the basis of nanotechnology, a new emerging field that is going to be very important in the future. Why? Because if you can learn how to make things very small, you can produce still smaller and faster electronics. You can construct nanocarriers and nanorobots that will operate inside human body. You can make totally new materials, very light, but stronger than steel. Graduating in chemistry gives you a lot of opportunities. Chemists are needed everywhere, in pharmaceutical industry, all branches of mechanical engineering, material engineering, environment protection, polymer industry, cosmetics, electronics, aerospace industry, and many, many others. Finally, studying chemistry is fun. It's a lot of lab work, also on very modern, sophisticated equipment. Would you believe that you will be able to study so fast chemical reactions that they last only 1 nanosecond? Imagine you can split 1 second into 1 billion pieces. This is how fast these reactions go. And you can study that in our labs. But also those of you who love computers, calculations, and simulations will find a lot of interesting topics here.
But you're right, your faculty offers not only chemistry, right?
Yeah, that's true. You can study chemistry, chemical technology, chemical analytics, chemistry of building materials, and nanotechnology. These courses are in Polish, but you can also study in English. We offer a program on advanced bio-based and bio-inspired materials. This is actually this new green chemistry I've been talking about. This course has something extra. Every student goes for exchange semester to study at some top university abroad. So it's not only about studying, but also learning other languages, cultures, making new friends. And last but not least, we do care about our students. If the regular courses are not enough for you, you can join one of the research teams as a student volunteer and participate in real scientific research while still being a student. Studying at the Faculty of Chemistry is a very good choice. See you in our labs.
As you can see, studying at Faculty of Chemistry and the offer is much wider. I hope that you already imagine yourself in laboratory working on amazing nanomaterials. Sounds exciting, right?
Yes, it does sound exciting. I was seeing this, this motion, the background, and the action. I would definitely love to spend at least one day in this lab and see how they really work. But let's think about what attracts students to our next faculty. Right now we are going to connect with Faculty of Materials Technology and Textile Design, which will be represented by Professor Marcin Barburski. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I heard you. Are you heard me?
Yes, go on.
Okay. So I can say that our faculty is special on the Łódź University of Technology because connect engineering with the art. First direction of education is textile engineering. First direction of education is design. Fashion design, textile design, and visual communication. The course combining functional artistic properties of the product. Who would like to create something new, like curtain, furniture, also decoration textile, also fashion, of course, but also books and poster, study here. We have machine for production, knitting fabric, woven fabric, embroidery, also different textile materials. And we can printers and 3D printers. So there is not only theoretical courses, but also practical. So the students can produce what design first. But the second direction of education is materials engineering, special textile engineering, who is interested in textile technology, biomaterials, smart textiles, textronics, also processing of polymers, composites, reinforcement composite for automotive or aircraft industry. You are welcome.
Wow, that sounds really innovative. So could you also tell us a bit more about the continuing the topic of new technologies in textiles, about the inventions that are coming up from your faculty?
We have on the faculty a lot of different new products, but the last famous product is the charger for mobile phone. When you walk or run, the phone using this textile charger is charging. Next innovation also is for newborn cloth, special for the small baby with some problems with health in the hospital in the first few days after born. But also we have a special product and special structure of conveyor belt, also bulletproof vest, also special uniform for example, firemen and policemen. We have the most important is that we have the laboratory, but also production. We can produce this type of materials, and then in the laboratory we can test of it.
Thank you very much. That sounds really exciting. And would expect that technical university works on textiles in such a way, and we also educate fashion designers. So if you're thinking about this kind of a career that connects the new technologies and the fashion design, that's definitely a good place to apply.
Now we are changing the field and moving on to the Faculty of Biotechnology and Food Sciences. Dr. Małgorzata Ryngajło is already waiting for us. It's good to see you.
Hello, hi.
Hello. So maybe you could tell something
welcome
more.
to the Faculty of Biotechnology and Food Sciences. Here we provide theoretical and practical training in almost all aspects of biotechnology. So obviously we focus on food, and we teach modern as well as traditional methods of food production and processing. So, for example, you will learn about fermentation technologies that are used in making spirit, beer, wine, bread, and other fermented foods. In addition to this, you will acquire a knowledge of processes that influence food quality and functionality, as well as consumers' choice of food. So we also focus not only on food, but also on human being and on how food, so our diet influences our health. So we know we are what we eat, and it is believed that optimum nutrition is the medicine of tomorrow. The courses we offer will provide you with the tools and knowledge that you will require to develop nutritious and functional food, which will be designed to reduce the risk of developing health issues such as diabetes, allergy, or cancer. In addition to this, we provide many interesting courses, and we catch up with new trends in biotechnology. So I'm sure you will find something that would meet your interest. So please don't hesitate and join us at the Faculty of Biotechnology and Food Sciences.
I see. I know that human nutrition is one of the trendiest topics. Is it true that at your faculty students have unusual activities like baking the bread?
Yes, indeed. I really like these days when students bake the bread, and the smell here is very nice. So yes, obviously students get all this theory, but also they get this hands-on experience on baking bread, brewing wine, brewing beer, or making wine. So yes, it can get really tasty here, indeed.
Whoa, this made me feel really, really hungry. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, I think we should quickly jump to next faculty then. I guess you remember our exceptional mayor, Hanna Zdanowska, and you probably remember that she finished the Łódź University of Technology, but believe me or not, she finished the Faculty of Civil Engineering, Architecture and Environmental Engineering. So if you want to be in the future a professional civil engineer or possibly a city mayor, then it's probably a good choice for you. And we are going to connect with Dr. Tomasz Grzelakowski. Are you with us?
Yes, I am. But it's nice to see you. And you're absolutely right. Graduating from our faculty, you may become a mayor, but majority of our graduates become civil engineers or architects. So if in the future you would like to reshape our world, especially our built environment, then our faculty is the place for you. And it doesn't matter the scale. If you think of a design in a larger scale, like, I don't know, district, city, country even, then our special development department or urban courses on architecture and town planning will be a choice for you. And if you think in a smaller scale, let's call it that, of a building, a bridge, or a road, then again, architecture and town planning, or which is roughly about function and form designing, or civil engineering, which is mainly about constructing a structure of a building, or last but not least, environmental engineering, which in a nutshell is all about designing infrastructure of a building or a house. That are departments that will have a choice of courses and laboratories which will be suited for you. But we are thinking here not only about gaining knowledge, but also skills and professional experience. That's why we are co-working with companies that offer internship for our students. And as a whole, Lodz University of Technology, international exchange is a very important part of our work. And we are very proud that we are one of the faculties with the greatest number of students going abroad. But for incomers, we have prepared not only a large number of courses in English, but whole curriculum of architecture in this language. So if you want to reshape the world, I think this faculty is the place to start.
You shape the world, but you also shape Łódź. I will add to that students from your faculty are making our city looking much more beautiful with their designs. Thank you for that. And I'll add one more question, very practical. So what are the typical jobs that students have after that wide range of skills they get from your faculty?
Well, obviously, main number of jobs is connected to construction industry, which means design offices of various kinds of shape and sizes, but also construction companies, different positions there. But some of our graduates chooses careers in administration, supervising the whole building process. And some choose careers in industry connected with producing materials for building objects. So, as I don't know, customers, advisors, or specialists in the factory. And some architects choose a career in design of graphic, web design, and of course, few of them become mayors.
Thank you very much. Creating the design of the building wouldn't be possible without the queen of the sciences. Of course, mathematics. So if you love numbers, probably you are a perfect candidate to Faculty of Technical Physics, Information Technology and Applied Mathematics. So Vice Dean, Professor Adam Wojciechowski will definitely tell you more about it. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning. It's nice to meet you. Of course, we do a lot about numbers, so numbers surround us generally. But I would say, in other words, that FIMS faculty is generally for people who would like not only to follow, but also initiate current trends in contemporary business, industry, or simply become a scientist. So the world changes a lot, and we should follow and face emerging challenges in the field of information technology, applied mathematics, technical physics. So thus we stimulate our students for entrepreneurship, teamwork, cooperations, and as well as lifelong learning skills. So we find it as the most important aspects in making personal career in today's world. So I think that we give our students a solid technological and theoretical background. We undertake a lot of industry-originating research problems. We prefer project-based learning, but it's, of course, with invaluable support of industry representatives, as well as professional tutors. So, moreover, we stimulate and support our students in many national and international cooperations and competitions as to evoke students' self-esteem. We also incorporate secondary school students in our initiatives. So I think that this briefly describes our faculty uniqueness and philosophy.
I have one question, Professor, because I know that IT course is also offered in the other faculty. Could you explain our students the difference between programs?
In fact, there are two related IT courses, but they are different. So I think that the biggest and the most representative difference is expressed with the core phrases, which are incorporated in the names of our courses. These are applied and technical. We have applied information technology, applied mathematics, and technical physics. This means that we involve students in industry-related projects that thus they can fluently be incorporated in the real life production or research pipelines. We introduce teamwork and project-based education, and just modern industry just simply expects it. So we have an active and friendly students organizations. We become an undisputed merit of our faculty. And I think that we are very practical and more flexible as to be open for new initiatives and ideas of young individuals. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Professor. I must admit that I was studying at this faculty, and it's definitely not as geeky as it sounds. It's not only about the numbers, but we were doing lots of science experiments on the physics, and we were also doing science shows for kids in the city center, which was really good fun. Now let's move to another faculty, which is one of the most popular faculties among international students. This is Faculty of Management and Production Engineering, and we're going to connect with one of the most popular lecturers in our university, Professor Grzegorz Szymański. Grzegorz.
Yes, hello. Nice to see you in this sunny day. Why you call me? Okay. About management, we have just finished analyzing of the result of the survey of the opinion and expectation of company managers and introduced these changes to our training program. For example, in the field of management, there will be more tools, methods, and project management, implementation of the popular lean concept, project in the area of Industry 4.0 or digital marketing like Google Ads, social media marketing in Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok too, and many other interesting solutions. I think that each of our fields of education is a great adventure, both intellectual, professional, and social. Management at Technical University is interdisciplinary. It is a combination of two different words. On the one hand, our student has a knowledge and skills of software area, such as effective communication, business negotiation, marketing, and CSR and others. On the other hand, he experiences practices like operation activities, financial, and even artificial intelligence in management, an entire study program related to the production engineering and logistics, so on.
Grzegorz, so many things. I will have two questions to you then. First question is about the distance learning, which is a big issue right now. So how the Faculty of Management manages the distance learning. That's question number one. And question number two regards your background. I'm really wondering about this unicorn in your background. What's the meaning of it?
Okay. It is my backup.
That's your backup.
Yes. Okay, but the first question, yes, I think that we have prepared many courses in the forms of distance learning, such as e-learning, blended learning, flipped learning, webinars, and even personally I conducted training as a live broadcast on Facebook. I think that we are well prepared for every opportunity, also challenges, and every candidate. Management go.
Okay.
Grzegorz, thank you very much. Thank you for additional questions, and you can see with Grzegorz that distance learning could be really good fun, and learning normally in the classrooms will get even better.
And I have to mention that we also in Łódź have our own unicorn, and you have chance to see it when you come, of course. Thank you very much for this very effective presentation. So last but not least, now we are moving on to the last faculty, which is of course the Faculty of Process and Environmental Engineering, which will be presented by the best person who can do it. This is Vice Dean Dariusz Heim.
Hello, welcome everybody. Nice to join you from the newest laboratory building, which is named Lab Factor. If you choose our faculty, you can use this equipment. You can see this on the background. There is no any unicorn here, but we have a lot of advanced apparatus, a lot of advanced laboratory stands. So you are very welcome to choose one of our studies and then use our building, which is just dedicated, as I mentioned, for the student, for laboratory classes with students, and use this use this apparatus for the investigation. So what we can offer for the students? Our main course is chemical and biochemical engineering, but what does it mean? The modern chemical engineering is not only the chemistry, it's also something about the energy, environment, also about the new material technology, nanotechnology. So we have a lot of courses. The main course, as I mentioned, is of course chemical engineering, but also we have a course in environmental engineering, safety engineering, and this is mainly the bachelor level. On the master level, we continue with chemical, we continue with environmental engineering, but with some specialization like fire engineering, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system, environmental management, as well as safety engineering. And for the students who use only English, we can offer the newest course. The course is just in English, and it's about the built environment, energy systems in the built environment, and why it can be very attractive for the candidates. First of all, we are supported by the professors from the foreign countries, from the foreign universities. The second, the topics which are considered there are very close to the practical application, industrial application. And the last one is that we have very flexible program for the second and third semester. So the course was developed with cooperation with the British universities, so it's according to the British standards. So you are more than welcome to join any of these studies.
Okay, so if I would like to know more about the smart systems in houses, I should choose your faculty.
Yes, of course, you are more than welcome. But the question is, what does the smart houses means, or smart building? What does the smart city means? And if we should be smarter than any other technologies around us, like phones, cars, or building, or we should know how it works. We should know how to design it. We should know how to manage the future cities and future buildings. So if you would like to learn more about the simulation technology, if you would like to learn more about the new advanced technologies all over us, all around the world, but also around us, yes, you should choose our faculty. So you are more than welcome. The modern chemistry engineering cover a lot of disciplines, cover a lot of fields. So you can learn a lot. You can find a lot of information here studied in our faculty.
Sounds very practical. It sounds like a great place if you want to have a good, interesting job in the future. Thank you very much, Professor, for this call. We connected with all faculties right now, but that's not the end. Right now we are moving to the faculty or the unit that is teaching the PhD students, because our university is obviously not only about bachelor and master studies, but it's also about PhD studies. PhD training takes place at interdisciplinary doctoral school. This is an interdisciplinary unit that teaches also international students across all disciplines, and we have a call with Dr. Ewelina Pabiańczyk-Wlazło, who is the director of this unit.
Thank you, Grzegorz. I have a message for our prospective doctoral candidates. So if you think about scientific career and if you want to get professional research experience, please consider applying to interdisciplinary doctoral school at TUL. We offer comprehensive training in 12 disciplines, including 4 scientific domains: social, agriculture, exact, and technical and engineering sciences. The training at IDS is conducted fully in English, which might be very appealing to you, I suppose. IDS also welcomes applications of graduates holding a master's degree or equivalent of all nationalities. We offer full scholarships for admitted candidates, which means that the training is free of charge for all interested individuals who will pass the admission procedure. By choosing IDS, you will receive a high-quality training in selected discipline, but also you will get access to a number of very interesting elective courses from other disciplines, visiting professors' lectures, mobility support, and transferable skills courses. Doctoral training at IDS allows acquiring competencies for early career researchers to work in different sectors, not only in academia, but also in business, industry, and others you might think of.
I think that you already convinced quite a big number of our dear future PhD students to apply. So now let's ask practical questions. What is the application procedure? Is it difficult? And is it possible to apply with your own project?
Well, yes, of course, you can apply with your own project, or you can select one of the available research groups at our university. Application process is not very difficult. It is conducted in English in the form of online interviews, which follows the formal part of submitting documents. IDS launches the admission process in the second half of September, but please do not wait until then and check us out on our website, www.doctoralschool.eu.
Thank you very much. As you can see, you can stay at our university and develop your academic career. So, we have met with representatives of all our faculties and doctoral school. Now let's see the other point of view, which will be students' point of view.
We could quote many opinions of students and graduates, especially international students and graduates who are really satisfied with our university. Many of them decided to stay here in Łódź because they fell in love in the city just as much as we did. They found a good job here, they met a partner here, and they simply have a good life here. Let's meet one of our international students, meet Davide.
I came to Poland under Erasmus+. I chose IFE because a lot of my friends had recommended studying at TUL. I'm from Sardinia, in Italy. I study biomedical engineering at University of Cagliari, and at TUL I'm following the same degree course. Professors at TUL are qualified and have a good command of English. I was amazed that students here are so involved. The most important thing is that at TUL you have a lot of laboratories, and in my field of study, practical training is important. I'm one of 300 students who have come to TUL under Erasmus+ this year. The university helps to organize our studies. We have student assistance office here. It's like a personal dance office for Erasmus students. I have practiced Kung Fu for 5 years. I do all Kung Fu disciplines, including acrobatic style and the famous Chinese dragons and lions dance. In Italy, I have trained at the Xuanwu Institute with the master Ulisse Badas. 2 months ago, I went to Spain to take part in the European Championship. I won 2 golds, 1 silver and 1 bronze. Kung Fu lets me get to know myself and tell when it's time to fight and when to let go with a smile. At TUL, I can combine sports with studying. Each student should try Erasmus. It is a way to grow up in a lot of aspects. We can discover a lot of cultures and new methods of teaching.
So, I think you can experience story like Davide, or even better, write your own story about studying abroad here in Łódź. There are just a little steps you need to follow to do that. Those steps are included in our application procedure.
None of us likes paperwork. That is why we simplified the application process to minimum for you. To show how it works, we have prepared a very short presentation for you. Agnieszka from International Admissions Office will guide you step by step. And don't worry if you don't remember everything.
The presentation will be available at our university YouTube channel, so you can watch it alone, or you can watch the whole recording of today's live. So, let us begin.
Hi, I'm Agnieszka Wierzbińska. I work in the International Cooperation Center at Lodz University of Technology. Thank you for being here with us today. I'm really happy that you are thinking about studying at TUL. It will be an excellent decision to apply since we offer a wide variety of programs taught not only in Polish but also in English and French, high quality education in the heart of Europe. We offer spots free of tuition fee payments for best candidates. We offer as well competitive tuition fees, accommodation at low price at TUL's dormitories, and scholarships for best students. I will discuss it in more detail in a second. Since I take care of international admissions at this university, I will guide you through the whole process of applying to TUL, and I will show you that studying abroad at TUL is easier than you think. Let's begin. Who can apply to TUL? Everyone. Basically, international candidates pay for higher education in Poland, unless, among many, they have the postcard or permanent residency in Poland or EU, or they are married to a Polish citizen, or their knowledge of Polish language has been confirmed on C1 level by the Polish Commission for Polish as a Foreign Language. So if there are any EU citizens here with us today listening, then I have good news for you. You can study free of charge. Simple as that. You heard me well, free of charge. However, studying for free is also possible for other international candidates as well. So you don't have to pay for your studies if you have the Polish government scholarship, NAWA scholarship. The link is visible on the slide. Also, you don't have to pay for your studies if you study on the basis of an agreement signed by our countries or universities. So you can contact the Polish consulate or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or contact the staff of your university to check if there are such options available for you. What is more, you can also study free of tuition fee payment if you become the winner of our contest. So we organize a contest for best candidates. Sounds great, doesn't it? What is also great is that we offer over 70 programs, bachelor's degree, master's degree and PhD studies, which, as I have already mentioned, are taught in Polish, English and French. So how to apply? First, visit our website rekrutacja.p.lodz.pl, where you will find many useful information under the tab International Candidates. So this tab, International Candidates, is dedicated to those of you who has to pay for studies, those of you who has received a scholarship or is applying for one, or those of you who will study on the basis of some agreement. So the best way to start in general is by choosing the program and the language in which you like to study. If you click on International Candidates and then from the menu visible you choose Offer and later you choose the option Select Field of Study, our search engine will show up. So on this page you can choose the language, you can choose the cycle of study, bachelor's, master's, and what is also important is that you can choose the date of enrollment. And that's important because some of our master's programs start in the summer semester, which means that the classes will start in March. And in case you'd be interested in one of those programs, then international admissions will open in the end of the year. And search engine, after you select everything, will show you the programs which are matching your requirements. In case you find one that interests you, if you click on it, you will be able to read more about it. You'll be able to see what it's about, how long you will have to study it, and what you can do after you graduate, where you can work. So let's say you found the program which you'd love to study. So what's next? If you click on International Candidates and from the menu visible you choose Admissions and then the option Deadlines, you will see when to apply. And that's quite important because we accept applications only in the time which is mentioned on this page. So make sure that you are not late, but at the same time you don't have to rush. Take your time and prepare all the documents, make sure that your application includes every required document. And that brings us to another crucial element of the application process, which is preparing all the required documents. During the first step of admission, it's obligatory to send us the scans of all required documents to our email address, foreignstudents@info.p.lodz.pl. And in case of not delivering us all the required documents, your application will not be taken into consideration, so make sure you have it all. What's required? First of all, you need to attach the request to the Vice Rector. So this one is available on our website, you can download it and make sure you have one for each program you apply for. Apart from this one, you will need a high school leaving certificate or the diploma if you've been already studying and you're applying for the second cycle of master's studies. And this one should be accompanied by apostille or should be legalized in the country in which it was issued, the document. And you can read more about apostille and legalization on our website as well. Apart from that, you will need a sworn translation into Polish or English of this certificate, diploma, and transcript of records. Another one which you need to attach to your application, in case you are a foreigner who will need to do the nostrification, is a legalized statement saying that the document you are attaching, the certificate or diploma, allows you to study in a higher education institution. You can also read more about this on our website. You will also need to attach language certificate. So the list of language certificates we accept is also available on our website. What is more? Copy of passport, that one is easy. Also, proof of application fee payment. So what is important? Make sure that the amount of money which is reaching our account is exactly the one which we expect to receive. So either 85 zloty or 150 in case you will take part in if you will take the drawing skills exam because you want to study architecture, textile design or design. Another one is application form, which is available on our website, and you have to fill it in online, then print it, sign it, scan it, and attach to the mail. So choose the correct application form and make sure you take into consideration your nationality, whether you have a card of Pol or not, and all the other options I have mentioned before. Soon we will upload to our recruitment page guide on how to apply, and we hope it will be very useful for you and maybe will make things even easier. Candidates under 18 should also attach their parents' or legal guardians' consent for a minor to pursue their studies at Lodz University of Technology. This one is also available on our website, so remember to attach it. And that's it. Remember to send all the required documents in one email. And do not rush, do not apply with just one document. Take your time, make sure you have it all. And remember that all candidates who will apply within deadlines will be treated in the same way. Other useful information, well, if after clicking international candidates and admissions, you will choose the option language requirements, you will see the list of all the international language certificates we accept. So make sure to attach one of those to your application depending on the language in which you want to study. If you choose grades required for entry, you will see the list of grades which the Recruitment Commission is taking into consideration while evaluating your application. And mind that in case you don't have one of these grades, you can still apply. You can, and in that such case, you will just get 0 points. So don't worry, try. What might be interesting for you is also how we evaluate your application. So there is no entry exam to TUL. You just need to show us the grades, your grades from your previous education. And the grades required for a particular program are being calculated as percentage of a scale of grades in a given educational system or in a given exam. And then the commission ranks the candidates according to their score, and then the decision is taken. Next one. I'm sure you've been waiting for this slide impatiently. Contest. As I have mentioned before, you can study free of tuition fee payment if you become the winner of our contest for best candidates. So if you have some diplomas or certificates which confirm your exceptional achievements, then attach it to your application and send it to us with all other required documents. You stand a chance of completing your studies in the heart of Europe free of tuition fee payment. Go for it. So if you have nothing to attach, then do not worry. Studies at TUL are fairly cheap anyway. So first of all, if you click on tuition fees and you choose application fee, you will see how much it will cost you to apply to TUL. So it's approximately $22 or $38 in case you take part in the drawing skills exam. And below you can see tuition fees. So TUL offers studies in competitive prices which range from $500 to $2,000 per semester. So first choose the program you want to study, check in which faculty it's being taught, and then on the list find the tuition fee which corresponds to this program. What is more, low cost of living in Poland, especially Łódź, and the fact that our students can stay in TUL's dormitories, which cost approximately $100 per month, makes it all even more affordable. So to summarize. First, choose the program and the language. Then, read all the available information on our website, rekrutacja.p.lodz.pl. Then, prepare all required documents, all of them. And then, apply when international admissions are open. So, remember, sending scans to our email address, foreignstudents@info.p.lodz.pl. And then, you have to wait patiently. We will inform you via email if you got in or not. And if you get in, then congratulations. Now it will be the time to apply for visa. And when you get it, you can come to Poland. Just remember to have all the original documents with you when you come. So in case you have any other questions, feel free to contact us. And if you'd like to stay in touch with us, you can also follow us on our social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And thank you very much for your attention today. I'm waiting for your applications. I hope to receive them soon.
As you can see, applying to our university is a piece of cake. I hope that you already completing your applications because we are so excited to start this adventure with you.
So don't hesitate, the recruitment is underway. I'm sure that our meeting today has inspired you to make this step and has convinced you that studying abroad is really good for your career, and studying here in Łódź would be really good for your personal development, and will be also a really fun and nice experience for you. So all you need to do is just to make this step.
Thank you very much for this time we have spent together today, and remember that today's live recording you will find on our YouTube channel and the social media.
Let's stay in touch. Remember, we are here for you, so whenever you have any questions, please drop us a line. One of the headlines of our university is that we multiply opportunities, we multiply possibilities. So make yourself a favor and multiply your possibilities and join us here in Łódź University of Technology.
See you soon.